Carcry calls it the Hipster, and true to its name, it's actually a hipster. A compact electric crossover that skips the center screen entirely and hands the job over to your phone. Not a phone integrated into the car, but a car integrated with your phone. It's like walking into a showroom and the dealer asks, "Where's the screen?" "You bring your own, buddy." But hold on, don't laugh too soon. Dacia isn't being stingy here. They're redefining what a smart budget electric car actually means. Think, cut where it counts, keep what matters. Specifically, they ditch the center screen, saving money, reducing software glitches, and still keeping a smart driving experience via a connected app. They keep the essential physical buttons for AC, lights, and heating, so you don't have to fumble through menus while weaving through packed city streets. And of course, your phone doubles as a GPS, music player, and infotainment system. Truly, bring your own screen. Now picture this. You step in, dock your phone, and boom, it recognizes itself, connects Bluetooth, GPS, music, all running within 5 seconds. No Android Auto, no Apple CarPlay needed because the phone is the center. One plug-in and the world lights up. Tech enthusiasts will nod. Smart move. Pragmatists will chuckle. Nice, fewer things to break. Gadget freaks? Sorry, this isn't for you. Nothing to play with beyond the app. But you have to admit, Dacia nailed it. No chasing specs, no flashy gimmicks, just fulfilling real needs. In an era where EVs are racing to fit 20-inch screens, Dacia basically says, nah, your phone's enough. A light slap that echoes all the way to Tesla.
The first time you see the Dacia Hipster, you might ask, wait, is this a compact city car or a walking cookie box? It's boxy like a flattened Rubik's Cube, with wheels the size of kids' sneakers. But you've got to admit, Dacia turned quirky into practical. This is a not made for the beach, made for the bills kind of design. Meaning it's not meant to look pretty in a parking lot. It's meant to squeeze through narrow alleys, do a 3-point turn on cobblestone streets, and finish deliveries before your phone battery dies. The specs are neat and tidy, just under 13 feet long, about 5.5 feet wide, smaller than your typical urban SUV. Yet the cargo load hits 1,760 pounds, enough to carry a mini DJ setup or a mobile coffee stand legally. The clever part? Dacia kept a sturdy chassis, flat floor, and reasonable ground clearance to clear curbs without scraping. Higher ride height than most urban EVs, letting the Hipster handle the notorious European potholes like a pro. Plus, the rear doors swing a full 180 degrees, unveiling a proper delivery stage. From the front, you can see Dacia's mantra, cut what's unnecessary. Slim grille, energy-saving LED lights, no fancy curves, the classic work car, not a date car vibe. The Dacia logo is big, like a jeans label, because sure, people might not buy it for looks, but at least they know who made it. And if you look closely, all the matte black trim around the body is impact-resistant plastic, not glossy paint. Simple reason, you can bump a post without your wallet hurting. This practical thinking makes many other small EVs blush in shame. In short, the Hipster has zero curves to seduce anyone, but its boxy shape screams, this car is built to work, not to show off. And while electric cars race to add LED bling like a county fair, Dacia went zen with, meet the electric car that knows how to meditate.
Now, let's get to the heart of the Hipster, or more accurately, the battery and motor that saves more than your neighborhood grocery store owner. Dacia equips the Hipster with an electric motor rated around 60 kilowatts, roughly 80 horsepower. Sounds weak? Think again. For a compact city EV, it's just enough to carry cargo, tackle hills, and not spill a box of oranges on the street. Torque hits 215 Newton meters. And the magic of electric motors is it's available from zero. Press the pedal and it pulls instantly. No waiting for revs or a gearbox to think. The Hipster's range is around 190 to 200 kilometers per charge, enough for a full day of urban deliveries. Planning a long road trip? Better call a local courier to tag along, because this isn't a runaway from society kind of car, it's a haul packages all day and still make it home in time for Netflix kind of ride. The battery sits under the floor, lowering the center of gravity and keeping the balance solid even with a full load. Turning radius is just about 15.7 feet, small enough to U-turn in a tight alley without apologizing to anyone. Top speed is capped at roughly 62 miles per hour, and Dacia limits it on purpose. No surprise drifts in the delivery lot, but acceleration is smooth. No jerks, no rattles, no engine noise, just like fan on low speed whispering in your ear. The regenerative braking system is optimized to recharge the battery while slowing down, saving energy and reducing brake wear. Usually a feature for high-end EVs, but Dacia brought it to a practical, compact city car, making competitors rethink their batteries. And a small but impressive detail, the rear suspension uses leaf springs. Sounds old school, but perfect for light cargo. Empty, it's comfortable thanks to the lightweight motor. Fully loaded, it's as steady as a carnival barricade. In short, the Hipster isn't built for racing, it's built to take the load without complaining. If typical EVs are gym-honed models, the Hipster is a strong-arm delivery guy, plugs in for 2 hours, and keeps working the evening shift.
Now comes the part that makes tech enthusiasts fidget: technology. But don't get it wrong. The Hipster doesn't have ChatGPT in the steering wheel or a floating 20-inch screen. It takes a different route, turning your phone into the control center for this tiny city EV. The mechanism is simple. Download Dacia's dedicated app, dock your phone on the center console, and boom, your phone becomes the main screen. Maps, music, battery info, trip data, even climate control, all managed through the app. In other words, Dacia isn't cutting corners, it's handing the power to you. The car belongs to the brand, but the interface, that's the driver's kingdom. Sounds modern, but a little risky. Forget your phone and consider your screen gone. Spouse calls mid-drive? Well, pause navigation, take the call, then return to the app. Forget to charge your phone? The car still runs, but your mood is 2% battery dark. Dacia calls this full-blown bring-your-own device, a trend they see as the future. In practice, it makes the car lighter, saves energy, and avoids the software bugs that haunt every EV maker out there. No weekly system updates needed because the app updates itself. While Tesla is still fixing frozen screens, the Hipster quietly chuckles. All done, thanks iPhone 17. Another bonus, all trip data lives on your phone, so you can track mileage, energy use, and car health anytime, anywhere. Downsides? Well, lend your phone to someone for music, and they also borrow the car screen. But in this minimalism lies a subtle philosophy. Dacia doesn't force its own ecosystem, it leverages what you already have. Like a coffee shop saying, bring your own cup, get 10% off, saves money, and makes people happy. Honestly, it's very chic poor Europe. Don't flaunt tech, use it to cut hassle. A real working-class electric car, not some cafe dweller tweaking screen brightness.
And finally, the question everyone wants to know. What's the future of the Dacia Hipster? Can a tiny urban crossover with no central screen, a 200-kilometer battery, and just enough power to carry a few hundred pounds survive in a jungle of fancy electric cars? The answer is yes, if you understand who it was made for. The Hipster isn't aimed at startup types lounging on MacBooks. It's for the delivery driver warriors, heads full of invoices, shoulders carrying deadlines. It's a tool, literally. No flash, no gimmicks. No spaceship-style touchscreens. But every detail on the Hipster serves one purpose: durability, efficiency, and practicality. Look at the bigger picture. Urban EVs are booming. Cities in Europe are tightening emissions rules, banning gas cars from downtowns, and Dacia, the good quality, affordable brand, is already one step ahead. They're not chasing Tesla, they're targeting a different slice of the market. People who actually need an electric car, not just a shiny logo. Price-wise, the Hipster, expected under 25,000 euros, makes many competitors sit down and recalc paint costs. More importantly, Dacia proves that cutting isn't about cheapening, it's about cutting smart. No screen? Fine, but essential tech stays. No autopilot? Check, but regenerative brakes and a management app are included. They don't promise AI drives for you, they say, we make cars for you to drive. That's why the Hipster, despite a name that sounds like a hip coffee shop with a ukulele, gets attention from the experts. It embodies a practical design philosophy, intentional, and unafraid of being labeled modest. So, if you're looking for an EV to show off, this isn't it.
But if you want a car to deliver orders, handle contracts, and power your future, the Hipster deserves a look. And who knows? In a few years, while luxury vans are busy updating firmware mid-route, the Dacia Hipster will quietly finish its last delivery of the day, with a phone at 3% charge, but still enough to get home. Oh, and if you like that philosophy, or just enjoy watching us dissect cars that are electric but not really, don't forget to subscribe to Carcry, where every car gets the truth, praise when it's due, and critique without holding back.